the most popular girl in school, Mona Culver, could only apply for the city's worst community college because of her poor school results. My childhood friend, James Holden, got our entire class to fill out application forms for community college too. It was his attempt to negotiate with North Rhine University's admissions department to make an exception for Mona to study there. The top 30 students in the city shared pictures of their amended application forms to community college back in my past lifetime. I tried my best to talk them out of it. The application submission deadline was the next day, and no amendments would be allowed after that. If they wasted their time threatening North Rhine by applying to community college, and the deadline passed, nothing could be done to change the results. Even if they were the city's top 30 students, their dreams of attending an Ivy League school would be quashed after 10 years of hard work, and no one knew what their future would hold. After that, James got angry and berated me. "You're just afraid Mona will be better than you once we start classes at North Rhine. Stop pretending like you're doing this for us." The rest of my classmates were also upset with me, and they turned their fury on me. "Our high school results mean nothing. With our abilities, we would still be able to attend North Rhine next year if we repeat the year. You should just mind your own business." We had been classmates for 3 years, and I could not let them compromise their futures. I informed our principal and their parents of their plans, and their application forms were amended. I managed to stop them from threatening North Rhine's admissions department. All of them were accepted by North Rhine in the end, and they became elites in their respective industries with bright futures ahead. Mona ended up getting pregnant with a thug's child while in community college, and she suffered from both physical and mental issues. She fell into deep depression and even attempted suicide several times. James broke down when he learned the truth, and he blamed it all on me. He worked with our classmates to fabricate evidence that I committed plagiarism, and they poisoned my drink. Even my parents were burned to death by a patient from a mental hospital. When I was reborn into this lifetime, I saw James change our group chat's name into Fight for True Love. Let's go to North Rhine together. I left the group without hesitation and blocked everyone's numbers. Chapter: When I was poisoned and on my deathbed, Mona Culver arrived by my bedside with reporters in tow. She cried sadly. When every classmate of mine was willing to give up going to North Rhine, the country's top university, Celeste Somner insisted on reporting this issue. Because of her, I ended up in community college instead. Celeste used to bully me back in high school because she always thought I was stupid. She would look at me condescendingly whenever I had questions about our homework and insult me, telling me that a girl with an IQ like mine should just quit school and marry a man. When I started at community college, she was jealous of me when she found out James Holden had a crush on me, so she paid some hooligans to assault me. Regardless, we were still classmates, so it makes me so sad to hear about her getting poisoned. Mona's sadness touched the internet, and a huge discussion erupted online. Which is more important, a person's character or their education level? Our classmates came forward as witnesses, backing up Mona's story. They claimed that Mona had always maintained good results, but she had accidentally gotten food poisoning before her final exam, which affected her usual standard of performance. The local education department held a last-minute meeting and decided to make an exception for her, giving her a spot in college. James had even knelt on one knee to propose to her, and their love story garnered huge popularity among netizens. While all this was happening, an extremist with mental illness snuck into my parents' home to break their legs and burn them to death. While they were begging through their locked door to be saved from the fire, James was standing outside with his arm around Mona. "If it wasn't for your daughter snitching on us, Mona and I could have gotten together earlier. She wouldn't have suffered so much at the hands of that B***TCH, Celeste. Either Mona and I should have reunited in North Rhine, but we were forced to be apart for such a long time because of your daughter's doing. Your family deserves to die like this."